we got some good news and some bad news. Up, What Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Domestic Nakanojo, aka Domestic Girlfriend, chapter 272. So, last chapter, we got some good news, which is that Kiria-sensei told Natsuo the truth about what happened, and what Hina had to do, and also, Hina made it through surgery, but the doctor said there's bad news, and I still think, I said it at the end of, last chapter, I believe I said it. I just got this feeling that, she's gonna be, like, either stuck in a coma. Well, I don't know if I said she's gonna be stuck in a coma, but I just have this feeling she's gonna be in a vegetative state. I know a lot of you guys were saying that she's gonna just, like, have amnesia or something, but I don't know about that because of, the impact of when she hit the ground, when she, got hit by the car. But anyway, let's get to this chapter and get to the bad news. And this chapter is titled Things Left Behind. I'm sorry, what exactly do you mean? Isn't she going to wake up? When Tachibana-san struck the ground after she was hit, she received a severe blow to her head, see? Remember what I said? She received a severe blow to the head, and I said, again, I said it. I said she was gonna, remember what I said when a couple of chapters ago, when we saw her on the ground. I said that that she's gonna die. I just got the, oh god. While she lost a lot of blood, thanks to the emergency measures carried out on site, she avoided the total loss of brain function. However, only the faculties essential to survival were retained. In short, she's in a vegetative state! I told you! I called this! I knew she was going to be in a vegetative state. She was either going to be dead or last chapter I said she was going to be in a vegetative state. I said it. I said it. Or at least I think I said it. If I didn't, then fuck it. But now, this is going to be really, really difficult. Oh, man. This is going to be difficult. I'm telling you, Hina's going to die. I knew from the start, I knew as soon as she got hit by the car that I knew she was going to die. This is going to be, this is going to be so hard. This is going to be so hard. Oh, God. I don't think any of us are going to be ready for this. And especially when Natsuo sees the rings, which I'm very curious if he's going to see this chapter. Oh, God, I think we're all going to lose it. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for this. Hina, what a shame you couldn't make it to dinner with Rui. I made so many sides today, enough for you too. Tsukiko, I read something once that talking like this can stimulate their brain to respond. Hey Hina, what were you two gonna go get to eat? It's almost morning. Let's go home for a while. None of us have eaten, and we should figure out what we're going to do now. Hina, I'll be right back, okay? Just hold on. Hey, you too, Natsuo. Yeah. You can stay, Natsuo. I'll bring you anything you need. We promised that we could tell each other anything, didn't we? You said it yourself. So why didn't you keep your promise? Oh, here it is. You okay, Natsuo-chan? Have something to eat, okay? I made you a little something. Boss, thanks. You stupid girl, why do you always have to go it alone? What are you talking about? Sorry, it's nothing. Natsuo-chan, can we talk alone for a second? You knew too, huh? Looks like I was the only one in the dark. Dude! Natsuo, how are you surprised that I don't understand this, man. How are you surprised about this? Seriously, how are you surprised that Kobayashi knows this? That's what I'm curious about. Because I swear that Natsuo knew that Hina was going there. Like, seriously. Like, you knew... Natsuo, you know your friends. Like, that, I'm lost by that. Even though it was my problem, it's all my fault. Oh God, Kobayashi, that look. Please don't look at it like that. Hina's the one suffering the most. Even if this hadn't happened, she would have always done the same thing whenever you were in trouble. She decided to live her life for you, Natsuo-chan. Ever since you got stabbed while protecting her, if she knew I was telling you this, I bet she'd turn bright red with rage. She totally would! She never stopped caring about you, but, oh gosh. But she knew that you were dedicated to Rui. That's why she tried to forget about you. Thank God. I'm glad that I'm so glad that, I'm so glad that Kobayashi is telling Natsuo this. I'm really glad that he's telling him this. But at the same time, I kind of wish he would have found the rings first. But the more I'm thinking about it, it actually makes more sense for Kobayashi to tell Natsuo, what, all the shit that Hina confided with him, and, then, if Natsuo was just like, oh my god, I don't believe this shit, and if Kobayashi says what I think he's gonna say, which is, if you don't believe me, she's wearing the rings she's wearing both the, your ring and, her ring, your promise rings, so, she never stopped caring about you, but she knew that you were dedicated to Rui. That's why she tried to forget about you. But after you saved her life, living alongside you, she began to cherish you more and more. So much that she set aside her own happiness. Hina, you shouldn't have done. Oh God, that's not healthy. Don't do that. Don't set your own happiness aside for someone. That is not cool. When she was talking about how you'd succeeded at writing, that's when she seemed the most happy. Although part of her was in pain too, but over time even that got better. She didn't expect anything in return. She just kept on striving to make you happy until all that remained was nothing but love. Oh no, Rui heard everything! Oh no! Oh no, Rui heard everything! God. Oh God, Rui feels awful. Look at this. Excuse me. Oh, are you family? Yeah, sorry, there's something we forgot to return to you after the operation. The rings! The NNH rings! Uh-huh. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Why? Why did it have to be Rui to get the rings? Oh, no. Oh, God. This is worse than freaking Natsuo this is worse than Natsuo finding the rings. Like, because, Rui was in just as much denial about this. Like, she refused to believe it, and the rings just made it all more real. Oh, God. Nice, huh? Aren't they beautiful? I asked for them in white, green, and pink. I thought you'd like those colors. Hey, look, Hina. The flowers are gorgeous. I'm sure Hina would like those colors, right? She was always wearing clothes in those colors. Natsuo here. I've been thinking, I'm sorry. What? I can't marry you! What? What? Are you freaking kidding me? After all this shit? Dude! Why now? You're just gonna make be a good... Oh, God, there better be a good explanation. I understand about the rings and shit. But... Dude. Natsuo chose you, Rui. He don't like Hina like that. He had the... I hope Natsuo explained to Rui that Hina had every opportunity to tell him that she was still in love with him. Shit. Natsuo had the... Natsuo, before he went, to go take care of Rui, or shit, even before, after that, no, it was right before that. It was right before, he went to go to New York. It was right as Vegeta went to go, pick him up. It was right around there. That, he had to make a choice. He chose you, Rui. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh, I'm gonna look at, what the shit? I want to look at something one more time here with what... Oh, you know what this is? Okay, I gotta make this reference because I'm currently binge reading Inuyasha manga because I never finished it. I started it when I was younger, and I never finished it. And, I've been other than that, I've been in anime only for Inuyasha. First of all, there's a lot of cursing in there, and, man, the Kagome Inuyasha ship was confirmed way earlier on in the manga compared to the anime. Holy shit, they totally confirmed that they were boyfriend-girlfriend, way earlier on. It was, definitely defined. So, fuck you, anime, for screwing that up. But, what this is barely making me think of right now is, the reason why I'm bringing it up is, it feels like we're getting the Kikyo, Inuyasha, Kagome love triangle thing. We got that kind of thing going on. That's what this feels like. It really does. I don't know if anyone else is getting that sense, and I'm very curious if that was what it was inspired by. But I just don't understand. I swear to God, if Hina comes out of this vegetative state, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Because it says flat out here, she avoided the total loss of brain function. So so it sounds like she's partially, because it says, however, only the faculties essential to survival were retained. In short, she's in a vegetative state. She's in a vegetative state, so you can talk to her all you want. She's not gonna wake up. She basically brain dead. For the most part, she is brain dead. You can't come out of a vegetative state if you're brain dead like that. So this is gonna be very interesting to see if to see what direction we're gonna go in. So I'm gonna explain a little bit more about a vegetative state. So to make this clear, so we could get an idea of what direction we can go in here, because I'm going to make sure everyone's clear on this. So a vegetative state is absence of responsiveness and awareness due to overwhelming dysfunction of the cerebral hemispheres with sufficient sparing of diencephalon and brainstem to preserve autonomic and motor reflexes and sleep-wake cycles. And patients may have complex reflexes, including eye movements, yawning, and involuntary movements to noxious stimuli, but show no awareness of self or environment. A minimally conscious state, unlike vegetative state, because there's a difference here, is characterized by some evidence of awareness or self and or the environment, and patients tend to improve. So if we have a misdiagnosis situation here, and it ends up being a minimally conscious state, that would be interesting. And it's possible. But and it says here that treatment is mainly supportive, and the prognosis for patients with persistent deficits is typically bleak. So let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything here. Anything else here? Did I mention that shit already? Okay, so it also says okay, so I mentioned that. So I mentioned the and this it also includes. Okay, so I'm gonna read this part too. I'm gonna kind of repeat myself. I'm sorry this video is gonna be long, but I want to make sure you guys understand what the vegetative state is, because this is gonna really make or break if Hina's gonna die or not. If Hina's gonna wake up or not. The vegetative state is a chronic condition that preserves the ability to maintain blood pressure, respiration, and cardiac function, but not cognitive function. Hypothalamic and medullary brainstem functions remain intact to support cardiorespiratory and autonomic functions and are sufficient for survival if medical and nursing care is adequate. The cortex is severely damaged, eliminating cognitive function, but the reticular activating system, the RAS, remains functional, making wakefulness possible. So wakefulness is possible because of that. Midbrain or pontine reflexes may, pons, that's what it means by pontine. Midbrain or pontine reflexes may or may not be present. And this is, by the way, according to the America medical manuals. This is from the professional shit. Let's see. Patients have no awareness of self and interact with the environment only via reflexes. Seizure activity may be present but not be clinically evident. And traditionally, a vegetative state that lasts less than a month is considered to be a persistent vegetative state. However, a diagnosis of a persistent vegetative state does not imply permanent disability, because in very rare cases, after traumatic brain injury, patients can improve, reaching a minimally conscious state or a higher level of consciousness. So according to this, here we go. There's more to this. So obviously the most common cause is a traumatic brain injury. Let's see. Here it is. Typically, a vegetative state occurs because the function of the brainstem and diencephalon resumes after coma, but cortical function does not. Let's see. Something I was actually thinking of was hold on a second. Oh, okay. I want to mention. I'm glad that the Merrick Manuals mentioned the minimally. This is why I understand why they're mentioning the minimally conscious state. I want to read this because we could have a very interesting subconscious journey going on within Hina. That would be very, very interesting. But anyway, I'm going to read this because it's really important. Okay, so in the minimally conscious state, unlike the vegetative state, there's evidence that patients are aware of themselves or their environment. So patients also tend to improve, i.e., gradually become more conscious, but improvement is limited. This state may be the first indication of brain damage or may follow a vegetative state as people recover some function. This can. This is a possibility. This is a possibility. So it's very. Hina, we could have an option where Hina could wake up. It's possible. Patients can transition between the vegetative state and minimally conscious state sometimes for years after the original brain damage. That's another thing too, that we don't know. That's something to think about as well. Okay, so what it says here is that recovery from a vegetative state is unlikely after 1 month if brain damage is non-traumatic, and after 12 months if brain damage is traumatic. So even if some recovery occurs after these intervals, most patients are severely disabled, and rarely improvement occurs late after 5 years. About 3% of patients recover the ability to communicate and comprehend, but even fewer can live independently, and no patients regain normal function. And if vegetative state persists, most patients die within 6 months of the original brain damage, and the cause is usually pulmonary infection, urinary tract infection, or multiple organ failure, or death may be sudden and of unknown cause. For most of the rest, life expectancy is about 2 to 5 years. Only about 25% of patients live more than 5 years, and a few patients live for decades. So this prognosis, based on what the Merck Medical Manual is saying, this is not. It's more than likely that Hina is going to die. It is. But it's good. It really is not looking good for Hina. It is not looking good, and that's why I'm kind of. Here's the thing that I think is gonna happen in regards to Rui. Rui just needs some time to process this. I'm hoping that next chapter, Rui's gonna say, "I'm sorry, I can't marry you right now." I hope it's just not this. I just can't marry you, period. That she needs to process this. Because let's be real, Hina's prognosis is not good. It's very, very bleak, based on what I read to you guys, and I'm glad I read it to you guys, because I want to make sure, because when I do live reactions, I want to make sure I give you all the facts. But man, Rui. Oh God. The other thing is, if Rui, seriously flat out can't marry Natsuo, she's doing it out of guilt. And the thing is that's not the thing is, and I hope Natsuo says this shit, is that's not what Hina would want. Because remember, Hina was the first person to support them getting married. Because she wants both of them to be happy. I understand if Rui just wants to, process everything, because, a whole bunch of shit just got dumped and onto her, and it makes a lot of sense to not get married until after all the shit with Hina is taken care of. And also, she kind of needs to process what she just found out about, her sister, about Hina basically sacrificing her happiness to make sure that Natsuo is happy. So there's that too. But man, I knew Hina was gonna die. She's gonna die. She's going to die. And something I'm very curious about I think we'll get it maybe not. I don't think we'll get it next chapter. I'm thinking within the next couple of chapters, we'll get either, based on what it said in the article, we'll either get, we might get a time skip to when Hina dies, or, something's just gonna happen where, I really hope that, like, we'll have, like, something, where, right before, like, Hina, dies, like, she'll have, or Hina, moves on, she'll give Rui the business, something, please. I'm very curious what you guys think. If we do get a time skip, like, I think we will, it'll be, within the next couple of chapters. I don't think it's going to be next chapter. I think it will be at least maybe 2, maybe 3 chapters. And I swear to God, damn God. Seriously, I hope Boss fucking just talk some sense into Rui and just be like, dude, this is stupid. You shouldn't cancel. I understand maybe postponing your wedding, but canceling your wedding is stupid. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think of the prognosis. And yes, there are cases where people have come out of vegetative states. It's extremely rare. It really is. And I would love if Hina does come out of her vegetative state, I want to see it. I want to see it from her perspective, how she comes out of her vegetative state. That's if she comes out of it. But I honestly doubt it. I really honestly doubt it. But I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that Hina is going to die based on what we know about being in a vegetative state? What do you guys think about what Rui is saying about how she can't marry Natsuo? Do you think this is just like a temporary thing, or do you, so she could process everything, kind of similar to like what happened with Kagome's relationship with Inuyasha? Like, she just needed to get away to process shit. And like, I hope Natsuo better give Rui the goddamn business. Seriously. I will be so fucking mad. Or like the spirit of Hina or something. Give her the business. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing, I want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more domestic girlfriend content. There's a few ways you could do that. You can donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe. Purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!